Okay, we are live.
Good morning, guys. Saturday, 10 a.m. We got the long weekend, but it's a long weekend in the U.S. It's not a long weekend around the world. So when the market closed for half a day on Thursday, it was still open for the other half of Thursday and all of Friday as far as metals, as far as energy, watching resources, and just stock indexes. But since what's moving the world right now, besides the price of big stocks, is the price of oil, the price of gold, price of copper. So those were open, and they had some movement yesterday. Oil held, bouncing a little bit. The things that we've been talking about if you belong to the group, gasoline, heating oil, starting to get seasonal. What we're looking at is one that's not seasonal, but is getting all the attention because it could get squeezed. So instead of people looking at the oil market, we look at the heating oil market, and that's what's been working for us. We've had this on for about a week and a half. I think it's going to keep going. I'll show you first, and then we'll go back to what else we're looking at. Now, this is the price of heating oil. Okay. We got in because we think around here is a big, big area. Okay. The trade here, in our opinion, this is where you got to pay attention to the calendar. So what does the calendar say? Now, if we're sitting in October, we're sitting in September around here, and this does it in heating oil, it makes sense. You're getting seasonal. What's going on here is heating oil is not being processed, it's not being refined right now because people are refining into gasoline. So if there's any kind of demand, you can't buy it. You can't make it to keep up. So that's what we think can happen here. So if the price of oil that it got too cheap and starting to bounce, and now you got to buy some heating oil, you can't get it, this is going to give you the most bang for your buck. This is what we have on. This is the idea of understanding the fundamentals of the commodity markets. When it comes to the oil market, you understand that. When it comes to the metals market, you understand that. Copper, aluminum, natural gas. These are our edges. These are the edges that give us, we see them stand out. This is one that can stand out. You know what? We said it last week. We say it this week. Now let's see where we are now. Let's see if we come back next week and we think we're going up here, up here, up here. Because this can just open up, not because it's bullish, because you can't keep up with it if everything else goes higher. So that's what we're paying attention to here. Metals markets. Look at gold. Gold had a nice little bounce, sitting right where it should, right in the middle. Now this looks like nothing is going on. But think about it. You got gold here, here, here. Get the little extension. Sits back here. It does all its work here. Look at where it's doing its work. Between 32 and 3,400. Think of these numbers. These are all-time highs. Nothing conceivable in this area. To sit here and say, this is where the price of gold is going to be for a while, how cool is that? It's not just a blip and down. It's not one of those. That's where we want to sit. What do we think? The sleepers of the summer. We've been talking about this maybe about a month, almost 2 months. Silver and the price of platinum getting ready to go. Well, this is the price of silver. Sleeper of the summer. I think it's getting ready to go again. Look at silver. Okay, it's doing its work. Price of platinum. You know our opinion of platinum. If you've been following us, we think platinum's got so much more room. So much more room. This is the price of platinum. We have no interest to be selling anything platinum related. We're keeping everything we got. Think about this. This is April. This is where we bought platinum. Platinum here, here, and then the story was do not sell it. And when it got up to a certain area, do not sell it. It's going to break out. Here's the breakout. This was the trade. Everybody who bought it, sold it, had a beautiful trade. We were waiting for these fundamentals to kick in, and they did. And now here's the trade. What do we have on? SBSW. Okay, we're going to be asked the question. We get the question every week, nonstop. This is our favorite platinum stock. We're all in on it. We have no interest to get out. How cool is it to be long something? Watch this happen. And we're just riding the wave. It's not even points of, let's cash them. Not even in my plan. Okay, I think this one has still got more room. This is what I want to show you. Okay, I've watched commodities do this. Sometimes equities do this, but if you can find an equity that's commodity sensitive, which SBSW is, then I'm going to say, okay, you get the work. You get the breakout, you get the line, does more work. You get the line, does more work. You get the line, we think it's going to go up, and you're going to does more work. So we think this has got a lot more room. That's one. Now, it's hard to get platinum exposure equity-wise. There aren't too many platinum stocks you can get. We have a few of them on. I found another one this week. Okay, it's very, very cheap. Talking about something that's you can get involved for a couple of dollars. And I think that's the one that could give you good leverage. So if you want to join the group, I'm going to let everybody know this week about the one that we think we could put on. This is something I think could double, triple, quadruple if we're right about platinum. You buy something that's already $50, $60, $70. It's hard to double, triple, quadruple. Okay, same thing with a gold stock. This one is too cheap, and I think it'll go on people's radar screen. So if you want to join the group, we got another one in platinum. As you can see, we're still super bullish platinum. We don't even have an interest to sell anything out because we think this is going to be the sleeper of the summer along with silver. Okay, so I gave you my oil view, gave you my metals view. See if we got any questions, or we'll go to the next things we're looking at.
No questions at the moment.
Okay, this is what we think is getting ready to recalibrate for the summer. Now the dollar, okay, I'm going to put up the euro as an example. Here's the euro. Okay, now this is beginning of the year. Look what's happening to the dollar. Now if the euro's higher, it means the dollar's lower. The dollar hasn't gone down this much in the first 6 months of a year in 50 years. 50 years. So the dollar is starting to correct, starting to breathe. And the thing is, we think the dollar's got a lot lower to go. The last time this happened was when we took gold. We didn't price the US dollar basis off the gold standard. That's the last time it happened. So think of it. The dollar's going to recalibrate. Gold's going to recalibrate. What does that do? It makes everything on the planet that we consume globally cheap. So what is that bullish for the commodity sector? So we got to find what commodities we think are cheap. And you got to read your calendar, and you got to read who has what. Okay? What do we import? What do we export? That's the edges of the commodity business and understanding how to read it. Okay? Think about it. The world wants our corn. The world wants our grains. Okay? The world wants our technology. That's fine. That's the stock market. What do we take in? We produce so much oil, but we don't use our oil. Okay, we use some of it. We don't have the right kind of oil, so we import certain oil. We export certain oil. These are the things you got to pay attention to. The copper market, things that have locations in the U.S. have locations somewhere else. These are the edges. These are things I've been taught for over 4 decades. Now the edges are going to be here. The thing is, hopefully I can recognize them before everyone else does. And that's what I think the edge is, and then find the right strategy to put the risk on. That's the thing. Not everybody wants to trade futures. If you belong to RNTR, easily half of our group who've never traded futures before in their life are trading futures now. Why? Because these are edges. It's highly levered. It's not dangerous if you have discipline, but you get a bang for your buck. But I'm also trying to find the equities. So this is my edge. Find the commodity, find the exposure we want, and then put up the strategy. And that's what seems to be working. Okay, this is where we stand. Okay, yeah, that was that one. This is where we stand, guys. I'm going to put this up properly. Okay. It's right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Carefully. Okay. This is where we stand for the year, guys.
Make it full screen.
Okay. That's exactly what, looking at the exact math, even what's open and what's not. This is where we stand for the year. 182%. There's no exaggeration. There's no bells and whistles. This is just trading. I told you we're not an investment site. We're a trading site. Okay, we look for trades. All here. All the names that you recognize. Okay, food processors, soybeans, SBSW, platinum, rig, gold stocks, silver stocks. Everything we talk about is on here. You don't see any crazy names. Okay, right here. All these trades, little trades, singles, doubles, because there's trades out here, not investors. So we don't look for investments. We look for trades. What does that add up to? 182%. 6 months in. Okay, if you could figure out a way to make that, do it. If you're happy to make 15, 20% passively, which is fine unless the market turns, sit where you are. If you could trade around and make 30, 40%, you're having a great year. But if you want to make some serious returns on things that we understand, okay, we don't trade things we don't understand. Okay, if I lose money in gasoline, if I lose money in copper market, or in wheat, or in sugar, or gold, I can explain it. Okay, if Google moves up and down, if Nvidia moves up and down, if Tesla goes up and down, and you can't explain it, then why are you in it? I want to be able to explain why I make and lose money. That's what these are. Everything you see here, I can explain. Corn futures, JetBlue, wheat. Okay, look at it. Canadian dollar, orange juice, platinum. Okay, we're talking about platinum, Valero, oils. Okay, look at this, guys. All stuff that we know. And then it adds up. 6 months in, we are still on offense. We just put out a big offensive play about a week and a half ago because we got out of the oil market on that Sunday night when I had that news about what's going on in the Middle East. We were out of everything, watched it pull back, waited for our areas, got to our areas, we put a bunch of oil stocks on. I'll show you right here. Show you how recent we've been. Okay, I'm just going down at the bottom. This is how many trades we've done so far. Okay, so there's trades here. We're not sitting on our hands. 6 months in, we got 300 trades. That's fine. This is why we're a trading environment. But look at this. So I'm going to go back. Where are we? Yeah, I still got to go back. How good is that? Okay. See the dates? 24th. What did I say? About 2 weeks ago on that Sunday night, we waited and waited and waited. What do we do? Then we got to the spot. What do we buy? ConocoPhillips, ExxonMobil, Devon Energy, all oil stocks got to the spots. Then what do? You get the bounce. I'm going to go to the chart and I'm going to show you from here. But that's how we trade. We wait for our areas. So you can buy these. And you buy them 89, sell at 92, 108, or 111. We still got Devon on. We still got more Exxon on. You can make 3, 4, 5 points if you know how to trade these things. You buy 2, 3, 4 of them. Next thing you know, you make 20 points on something. That's how you make your money. That's how the money is there for opportunities. We also traded the futures. We have a very strong opinion on heating oil futures. Okay, for different reasons. You can't make certain things at certain times of the year. We know how to read a calendar. There you go. Okay, just on a couple of futures positions, a small position. Make some money. We have more of this on. Okay, but you see how they add up, these little, it's not a lot. Maybe it's not a lot, but you add them up, and these pending are doing well. Look at this money. This is all in the last couple of weeks. And when you do this, when the time is right. Okay, and what is it? Look at this. Green, green, green. You have a loser there. We have winners and losers, but look at all the greens. When you could drop, we could lose 1,000 or a little bit here, and then when you're right, you make that kind of money, or that kind of money, or that kind of money, or that kind of money. Okay, not too bad, huh? That's what it adds up to. So this is what's out here. This is what goes on all day. It's not only me, the whole group makes this.
Yeah, it works better, I guess.
Okay, this is me all day, guys. Talk about what we're doing all day. We're up here. Tell you exactly what we're doing. Okay, you see the hearts, we're doing okay. Trading some sugar. Good, back in line, thank you. Okay, ExxonMobil, just as we're talking about. Selling a piece of ExxonMobil, cashing in, looking at stocks that we think are going to go down. We just went something, I'm going to show you in a second. We went short Uber this week, on yesterday. Well, we went short Friday. Uber, something we went short on just for a trade. Okay, you see it's here. Trade alerts, tell you exactly what we're doing. You know what the best part when I see these trade alerts? I see thumbs up, I see hearts. Okay, you see we're doing okay, making money in these. We have a gold stock that keeps going, we're hanging on to. ConocoPhillips, what do we talk about? ConocoPhillips, SA, a gold stock, uranium stock. We're just starting to cash in. We've been holding this thing for a few months. Now you're getting to the areas. This is what the trades are here all day. You get a chance to have questions, get a chance to talk all day. Everything goes on. We have a midday clip comes out every day between 11 and 12. We adjust what we're looking to do trading-wise. You have a plan in the morning, you have a plan in the afternoon, it works. Thursday, we got Guy Adami from CNBC. Okay, we have a chat, a webinar. Goes over his ideas. He's been on fire. Put his ideas together. We find trades with it. All this comes with RNTR. RNTR Trading.
All right, guys, this is our website, www.rntr.trading. If you guys are interested in signing up for our trade alerts and all our other courses, you go back down to the bottom of our page and you can sign up monthly, biannual, yearly. You can cancel anytime. You're not married to this. If you find out it's not for you, well, thanks for joining and trying us out.
We're a trading site, guys, not an investing site. So if you want to put a little bit of a focus into it, put the focus, you see the return. Think about it. How many years would it take you to make what we've picked up in the last 6 months? And it's not a fluke. Last year we made over 100%. This year we're on, this is record breaking what's going on now. This is our fourth year over the last 7 that we've made over 100% in a year. Well, we made it so far. Anything can happen. But it's here. The point is, if you want to be aggressive, not aggressive, you just want to take advantage of what the market offers, because when the market quiets down, this doesn't last forever, and then the market stops or slows down or breathes, then the music stops, and then you get used to making money a certain way. We have ways. We're starting to get short markets now. Okay, like I told you, we just put on an Uber short. If the market starts to breathe, everybody thinks you just get on the wave and ride the train. I don't think that's going to hold up. I don't think this train is going to hold up too much longer. Okay, we're not bullish. We're actually neutral to bearish. We're not short yet. We're just starting to get short some things. But commodities that still got to get repriced because of the dollar, these are the edges. So those big name stocks that people are catching the wave. Okay, you're catching a wave. Let me tell you, answer me a question. What wave? Okay, so some stocks, I've been bearish in NVIDIA and I've been wrong. Okay, but something like Tesla. Okay, that's not Tesla.
That's not Tesla. No.
Excuse me.
Let me come on this side.
Okay. Tesla. Okay, you tell me, is there anything here? I don't see anything here in Tesla. So why you think the wave is going? It's not really going anywhere. I think the market is rotating into different things. You got big name stocks, they're not really doing much. So where is that money going? We think it's going into the ones that we're watching right now. Okay, this is the edges here. Okay, we got a couple other things on our radar screen. Let me look right now. We're getting to points where we have strategies. We have a gold stock on. SA, Seabridge Gold. That's our largest gold stock. Let me find it here. There it is. Okay, you know what we're doing? Think about this. It's our largest gold position. We have it on, and we just think this has got room. And we put it on, and put it on, and put it on, and put it on. Okay, and no one was in. Then when we got to here, we said, okay, now through here, it's got a chance to break. Well, now it's starting to break. So now, as we accumulated, if you go back and look, all of our videos, how we're putting on SA. Now, you know what our videos are going to be? Where are the targets? Okay, because think about it, it's our largest gold position. So now as we start to go, now we have targets. So if you belong to the group, you're going to say, beautiful. When we get to these areas, where are we going to cash? Where are we going to cash? Because we think this has got a lot of room. But we navigate. We've been making our money by navigating. But how cool is this? Your biggest position down here, and now it's starting to open up. Look at this. How nice is this? This is what a great ride to be on. To see this thing start to go. But now you got to have your areas. We have the areas. So you go from different strategy. We have our offensive strategy, and now we have our cashing strategy. We've been doing that all year, and it's been working. Silver stocks, platinum stocks, oil stocks we want to trade. This is how we do things.
All right, guys, if you have any questions, put in the chat here. We have one from Isaac. Can I join for free for a month?
No.
All right. So if you want to join and you feel that it's not for you, you could always cancel. But try us out and let us know.
People are joining. Our group is getting a little larger than we thought. Okay, in the last few months. Well, you see the returns. Okay, so people are joining and they aren't leaving. Okay, and we've had statement. You go look at the testimonials. Go look at people on there. I just paid for a lifetime membership in the last 2 weeks. We have people that joined us lately in the last 2 weeks. So, boy, I wish I was in this a year ago. Okay, so I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Okay, but there's no free trials in this, guys. I'm totally devoted. I'm here every day. Okay, the team is here every day. We've taken off 3 days in the last 3 years, and that's because of a family thing. So I'm here. So if I'm going to devote, if you want to get on the train, get on the train.
All right. So those are questions we have in the chat right now.
Okay, so we're good. We'll be back next Saturday, 10 a.m. Guys, the market's not going away. The good part about it is the summer's going to make it even better. The summer's going to get itself a little liquid. So if the stories kick in like they've been doing for the last 2 months, you're going to get more of an exaggeration, more of an extension. We think the flows or the rotations are coming into the sectors that we're in now. So that's even better because we can ride these. And if you're getting a liquid, you can start to get some events like an SA or some of the other ones we have on. So things that we think can move a little bit can move a lot. If you have your areas and you're prepared, like the group is going to be, cash in, we're going to enjoy the summer. Who knows where these numbers are going to be by the end of the summer. But we think the summer is setting up perfectly for us, not for the market. All right, I'll see you next Saturday.